Halle might be the best fit for this movie. Wait. Let me explain. Look, I did not even want to talk about this right now. I wasn't going to make a video about this, but I feel like it had to be made, bro. I feel like I keep seeing this on my timeline everywhere I look. I see Little Mermaid, Little Mermaid, Little Mermaid, and I understand it from both sides. I really do, and I want to talk about it from both perspectives. I feel like this video is going to really give a deep detail of what I think is happening right now, because this is crazy that we're going over this over a cartoon character, right? I can understand it from both perspectives, right? So first, I want to talk about the negatives, and I'm gonna talk about the positives as well. I lean more with the positive because I feel like Halle is gonna kill it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight to it because it's gonna be a lengthy video. All right, so I think there's like 3, maybe 4 topics that we need to touch on when it comes to the negatives. We're gonna talk about the positives a bit later. There's 3 topics I want to touch on. So one is like copy and paste and sticking with the source material, right? Tokenization, representation, and like originality, right? So that's one section. And then 3, I think it's just, the motive. Like, what's the motive for real? And so we're gonna talk about that because I feel like that's the underlying issue with what a lot of people is having, right? So first one is copy and paste, right? And I just kind of named it that so it can be real quick. One thing I wanted to kind of go over is that, I think we all have characters or, have characters that we sit there and be like, ooh, that actor will look good. That actor will play that role great, or that actress will play that role great. We all have that, whether it's like a movie, cartoon, a book, whatever. You have people that look exactly like the book or the movie, like Harry Potter. That was a great picking him for Harry Potter. That was a great pick. Robert Downey Jr. That's a great pick. So you think about these characters and how they match it so perfectly, it just kind of makes the experience a bit better. So I get that. Even to this day, I feel like Keanu Reeves will play a mean Kakashi. You feel me? But hey, that's just my take. Anyway, so I get that aspect of it. When you look at a character like Ariel, she's pasty, she's pale, blue eyes, red hair. I wouldn't say ginger, but it's like red. Like ginger is more, even though we call them redheaded people, it's more orange. Like, you know what I mean? It's not red like how Ariel's is, right? It's not a natural hair color. Let's just say that. Anyway, so I get that she would like that replicated and brought to life. So I understand that perspective. Now I'm going to bring in the positive to try to combat that, right? How I look at this movie here, it's a live adaptation. And if you kind of pay attention to the history of live adaptations with Disney specifically, it's either they copy and paste it like scene for scene, word for word, or they retell it and add their own twist to it. Like they still stick to the the script, but they add certain things here and there. Like if you think about Lion King, that's word for word, script for script, scene for scene. It's the same thing, right? Of course, facial expressions, whatever you feel like. I get it, but it's the same thing. Like Mulan though, Mulan. I remember seeing Mulan, and Mushu wasn't Mushu, right? Even they gave the hawk like a major role, a major villain role. Like there was like some parts in it that stuck to the script, but there was some parts that kind of went left field. That just kind of let me know that when it's a live adaptation of something, that's the director's vision of that, or that's the director's retelling of it. So there's things that are going to be different. Let's say Pixar, right? Let's say Pixar remade The Little Mermaid. It would probably just be copy and paste, but just with better graphics and shit like that, right? It would just look better. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with like Last of Us. Last of Us 1, they remade it. And I get why they could replicate it, but it was remade with better graphics, better engine, yada, yada, yada. But if you think about the Last of Us 1 show, I highly doubt it's going to be copy and paste scene for scene. Again, the story is going to be there, but they're going to do different things along the way. So when it comes to live adaptations, it's going to be a retelling of that story, however that director wants to tell the story. You get what I'm saying? It's not going to be exactly the same. That's one thing that I want to combat with that. That's what I think about copy and paste. So I get that part of it. 2, let's move to the second topic. I think the second topic is the one where is where people disagree on, because the first topic is understandable. So we have tokenization, representation, originality. I want to talk about all three of those in this one take right here. I think that we need to stop remaking stuff and using a different race or sexual orientation for that character. I don't mind it in some cases, but at the same time, I really want corporations to start pushing originality and also already pre-existing characters. So with tokenization and race swapping, right? There's a long history of race swapping and tokenization on both sides. It's everybody, right? Now, I think that if we have an existing character that's known to be white, I think we should let the white people have it. Especially if it's a main character. A lot of side characters are getting swapped out. I think that's okay. But if it's a main character, like in this situation, I think they should just let the white people have that. Because it's like people love the main character, and like with my first point, they want to see that replicated and come to life. Now, to combat that, right? Again, side characters all day. Do whatever you want to do with them, right? And a clear example is Nick Fury. Nick Fury was a white man in the comics, right? And now he's Samuel L. Jackson. Nobody complained about it because Samuel L. Jackson did a hell of a job. That's that's a great fit because he was the best man for that role. On the other hand, they got Doctor Strange. Remember the bald-headed woman? She was supposed to be an Asian man. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. She looked kind of... They could have got an Asian man for that, to be honest. So there's multiple instances where a race swap would work, and then sometimes it doesn't work. And I'm going to get stoned for this, but look, hear me out. Just wait. Halle might be the best fit for this movie. Wait. Let me explain. If you think about The Little Mermaid, the main thing, or one of the main focal points is her voice. Ariel had an amazing voice, and everybody knew that. Everybody knew she had an amazing voice. That was something she was known for. She sees a man. This man ends up in the sea. She brings him to shore, and she was singing as he was coming to. That's something the man recognized her for, was her voice.
A girl rescued me. She was singing. She had the most beautiful voice.
She was willing to, she signed her soul. She signed her voice away to get legs. So her voice is a very pinnacle piece of this movie. Halle has an amazing voice. Amazing voice. Now, it's not just the voice, because white females can sing too. There's some white girls that can sing too. But this is where I'm going to get y'all with it, right? So, if y'all think about the movie and the music, think about the music. Think about the top 3 songs in that movie. You got, Part of Your World, right? Okay. But the other 2 songs, Under the Sea. What does that sound like? Like, bro, that is like Caribbean, Trinidadian. That's some black music, bro. That's some black vibes. That's a black vibe. That's a Caribbean vibe. You go to Jamaica, like that's the vibe you get. Not only that one, but you also got so the vibe of the movie, just based off the music alone, is a black vibe. Therefore, I think her being black is going to enhance the experience. Remember, this is a live adaptation. This isn't a cartoon. You can get away with stuff like that with a cartoon, but in a live adaptation, where there's going to have visual effects and things of that nature, think about that. Think about the visual effects they're going to have in this with the music, and then Halle. Bro, come on. It's going to look dope because Halle already visually appealing, right? It's going to look amazing. That's why I say Halle might be the best fit for that. Like that race swap is justified because of, one, her voice, one, the vibe of the movie, her look, everything like that. I think it's justified. Now let's go to originality. Again, this movie is a pass for me. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to love it. I'm not worried about it. It's a pass for me, but I want us to start trying to push for original stories. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, why can't she just play Tiana?" This is why we don't want her to play Tiana, bro. We want to see her, bro. We want to see Halle. If she plays Tiana, she's only going to be on screen for 20 minutes. The rest of the movie, she's going to be a frog, bro. That's the problem. Like with Disney and cartoons, with Disney that kind of, with Disney and black leads, which we really don't have much, right? If you want to be honest, we probably have one. That's like Tiana is literally the only black lead. And then if you go to Pixar, we got Soul. Even on Soul, he's a cat or he's a soul the whole movie. That's the problem. A black lady is in a movie like that, which isn't much, maybe two. Like I said, there's not other Disney movies with black leads. They change into something else other than themselves. The whole movie, they're a different entity. Like, again, that's not Ariel's fault. I get it. But I know Disney hears that though. Disney hears that. We don't want movies like that. So they're not gonna make that a live adaptation. Why would they make that live? Why would they do it? That's just gonna piss black people off. You know what black people want? They want original. They like original characters with original stories. Why do you think Black Panther was one of the highest grossing MCU movie? Why do you think that? Because black people backed that movie up so much. Movie theater was packed with people in dashikis and whatnot. Amazing experience. And this Wakanda Forever, forget about it. Going up. And that leads to my third point. What's the motive here? A lot of people want to say that the motive is to push wokeness or to push like an agenda, or they're doing this for a money grab. And I can see where you're coming from, but I honestly don't think this is the case for this situation. For this specific situation, I don't think this is a money grab. Because you've seen the success of Black Panther. And you can be like, oh yeah, well, okay, let's push some black stuff. So yeah, the black dollar, oh my gosh, right? But we know Black Panther is an original character that's black. I know Disney have heard a lot of black people having issues with Princess and the Frog and Soul. I think DreamWorks, they made that one movie with the pigeon that's a spy with Will Smith. He was a pigeon the whole movie. You get what I'm saying? So they hear that. They don't want that no more. Plus, this isn't the first time a black person has took the role of a white person. And there's been backlash on that all the time. So I don't think it's, hey, we put a black character in here, we're going to get the black people on our side. I don't think that's the case. I think she's the best fit, period. How anybody wants to look at it, she's the best fit, bro. And she can sing. She has this innocence about her. Like, she's very attractive. Plus, not to throw shade at her attractiveness, but she has like this aquatic look. So it's like, it fits, bro. I don't think they're trying to push a narrative. I don't think, because she had an audition for this. So do they audition just black girls? Now, if they just audition black girls, okay. But if it was just different people here and she just did the best, they had different types of people here and she did the best. I don't see, it's not a problem. I don't see where the issue's at. This is another thing. People want to try to say that, oh, what if they made Black Panther white? What if they made this character white? Huh? What are you talking about? Black Panther and whatever else character that's black, most, like 9 times out of 10, their character, their character's story has a lot to do with their blackness. Whether they're from Wakanda, whether they're struggling as a black person, so they have like black struggle, whatever the case may be. It has a lot to do with their blackness. Same goes for like Mulan, has a lot to do with her culture. Pocahontas has a lot to do with her culture. Brave, Merida has a lot to do with her culture. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go around changing those characters to a different race because it doesn't make sense with the story. So with that being said, like, Ariel is from the Atlantic Ocean, right? Her nationality, her race is Atlantean. or Atlantic or whatever, right? Even though the original story is a Danish or a Danish story from Denmark, Ariel wasn't born in Denmark. She pulled up to Denmark. You get what I'm saying? And even with that being said, this is this like the Disney adaptation of it. The Disney 1989 version has nothing to do with Denmark. Has nothing to do with it. The book and the Disney adaptation are two different things. So I don't think we can even use the book because the book don't even, because it's not the same. So forget the book. If you go off Disney to prove that claim, if you look at her father is pretty much Poseidon. That is Greek mythology. She has a Trinidadian friend who's a crab. Then she has another friend whose name is Flounder, who really isn't a flounder. Therefore, it doesn't make sense. You know why it doesn't make sense? Because it's a cartoon. Because it's a cartoon that doesn't rely on the culture of the character. The only culture is that, I'm a mermaid. It's mermaid culture. That's the only culture it has, that she has. She doesn't have a Danish culture. She doesn't have a Denmark culture. She wasn't born in Denmark, even in the book. She pulls up to Denmark and say, "Hey, where's the white man at?" That's what happened. All of it's connected. So honestly, like, if you think about where she's from, let's say Atlantica or whatever is right dab in the middle of Atlantis. That's where the lobster came from, right? Maybe Ariel and her people came from this direction as well. And she traveled up here to Denmark. Simple. But even with that, it's like, it doesn't specify that in the Disney movie. So let's get to our end result here. So I think we need to slow down on race swapping? For sure. Do I think we need original characters? Most definitely. But I also believe that her playing the role as Ariel is not a problem for me. I feel like she's the best fit for the character and the vibe of the movie. Based on the songs, the vibe of the movie and the songs, also her singing capability. So I think she's gonna do great, and I can't wait to see it in May. So let me know if I missed something here. Go ahead, write in the comments what you think about the new Little Mermaid. Is it bad or is it good? Is it pushing the narrative? Is it not? And it's your boy Ochi from the Woke Clan, and I'm out.